I can determine the meaning of words and phrases, including figurative and cognitive language. Describe the impact of word choice on meaning and tone. This week, ladies and gentlemen, we have been learning about figurative language. We have learned about similes, metaphors, idioms, onomatopoeias, and hyperbole. Today we're going to learn about our next type of figurative language. But before we start with our next type of figurative language, let's continue learning about Because of Mr. Terror. Today we start this new read aloud. As we are reading, we will begin identifying some of the figurative language that we've been studying, as well as what the author means by using these words and phrases. Okay. Today we're going to read Because of Mr. Terror. And just like in Restart, each chapter tells the perspective from one character. So first character is Peter. As I'm reading, I would love for you to jot down any notes that would help you to describe Peter. It's our bad luck to have teachers in this world, but since we're stuck with them, the best we can do is hope to get a brand new one instead of a mean old fart. New teachers don't know the rules, so you can get away with things the old-timers would squash you for. That was my theory, so I was feeling pretty excited to start 5th grade, since I was getting a rookie teacher, a guy named Mr. Terror. Right away, I put him to the test. If the bathroom pass is free, all you have to do is take it and go. This year, the bathrooms were right across the hall. It's always been an easy way to get out of doing work. I can be a really sneaky like that. I take the pass all the time, and the teachers never notice. And like I said, Mr. Terror was a rookie, so I knew he wasn't going to catch me. Once you're in the bathroom, it's mess around time. All other teachers on our floor were women, so you didn't have to worry about them barging in on you. Grab the bars to the stall and swing. Try to touch your feet to the ceiling. Swing hard. If someone's in the stall, it's really funny to swing and kick the door in, especially if he's a younger kid. If you scare him bad enough, he might pee on himself a little. That's funny. Or if your buddy's using the urinal, you can push him from behind and flush it at the same time. Then he might get a little wet. That's pretty funny too. Some kids like to plug the toilets with big wads of toilet paper, but I don't suggest you try doing that. You can get in big trouble. My older brother told me his friend got caught and he had to scrub the toilets with a toothbrush. He said the principal made him brush his teeth with that toothbrush afterwards too. Mrs. Williams is pretty tough, but I don't think she'd give out that kind of punishment. I don't want to find out either. When I came back into the classroom after about the 4th or 5th trip, Mr. Terror looked at me and said, "Boy, Peter, I'm going to have to call you Mr. Peabody. Or better yet, Peter the Peer. You do more peeing than a dog playing by a mile of fire hydrants. Everyone laughed. I was wrong. He had noticed. I sat down. Then Mr. Terup came over and whispered in my ear. My grandpa used to tell me to tie a knot in it. I didn't know what to do. My eyes got really big when he said that. I couldn't believe it. But that didn't matter. Mr. Terup just went back to the front of the board, and the math problem he was going over, I sat there with my big eyes, soon a smile too. What did he say, Marty? Asked. Marty's desk was right next to mine. Nothing, I said. Ben and Wendy leaned across their desk to hear. They sat right across from us. Our 4 desks made up a table number 3. Mr. Terup called us by table sometimes. Nothing, I said again. It would be my secret. How cool was Mr. Terup? His reaction was better than being yelled at like the old farts would have done. Some kids in my class would have cried, but not me. And somehow, I think Mr. Terup knew I wouldn't. It was his way of letting me know he knew what was going on without making a huge stink about it. I like that about Mr. Terup. He sure could be funny. And I'm a funny guy. This year, for the first time in my life, I started thinking school could be fun. All right, that's the end of chapter 1. Write down your notes. What do you think about Peter? What kind of person is he? All right. Let's continue with our lesson. As you know, we've been studying figurative language. And figurative language, writers use figurative language to paint a picture so readers can visualize and connect to the text. It makes the reader want to read more. Okay. All week, remember guys, we've been learning about figurative language. So far, we have learned about similes, metaphors, idioms, hyperboles, onomatopoeias, and alliteration. Today, I want to teach you about the last type of figurative language that we're going to be learning this week, personification.
Is personification? More importantly, how can understanding personification make me a better reader and writer? Let's get started. Personification is a type of figurative language in which non-human things are given human qualities. Figurative? Non-human? Okay, I guess that definition seems a little confusing, so let me explain. Personification is a form of figurative language, which means the words can't be taken literally or exactly. Literally? Exactly. Let me show you an example. You may have heard someone say, "That pizza is calling my name." In a literal or exact sense, personification would look something like this. Reagan, Reagan. But pizza can't talk. Calling my name is an example of personification. The pizza, a non-human thing, is being given a human quality, the ability to talk. This is what personification means. That pizza is calling my name is figurative for, that pizza looks delicious, I want to eat it. People use personification every day when speaking English without even realizing it. I can't believe my car died. This can be confusing for people learning English. A car is a non-living thing, so if it is never alive, it can't die. I can't believe my car died really means I can't believe my car stopped working. I can't believe my car died. Now I have to take the bus. That was funny. I think my lunchbox is calling my name. Well, personification can sometimes sound funny, but good writers use it to create a more dramatic flair to writing. Let me show you. For example, I could write, "The fireflies flew around at night," and my reader would get the general idea of what was happening. But if I write, "The fireflies danced as the moon smiled down upon them," I send a more vivid message for my reader. Fireflies don't dance, and the moon doesn't smile, but this descriptive use of personification gives human characteristics to both the fireflies and the moon, creating a better image for my reader. Cool! Also, oftentimes, but not always, the personification involves the verbs in a sentence. This makes sense because often personification is creating action for non-human or non-living things, giving them a human or lifelike quality. If you think about it, the word personification begins with the word person. So personification is when a non-human thing acts like a person. We never thought of that! Let's explore some sentences and see if we can identify the personification being used. The skyscraper was so tall that it kissed the sky. First, we need to know what non-human thing this sentence is about. Do you see any non-human things or nouns in this sentence? Well, skyscraper and sky are the two non-human nouns in my sentence, but this sentence is clearly about the skyscraper. Next, we need to find the human quality or human action being performed by the skyscraper. Do you see something only a person would really do? Kiss! A skyscraper doesn't have lips like a human, and it can't really kiss anything. That is why personification is a form of figurative language. The author is describing the height of the skyscraper by giving it a human quality. Let's practice again. Okay.
Now you try. Look at the list of objects. See if you can write a sentence that gives an object human actions, behaviors, or feelings. Here's my example. A rainbow. The rainbow smiled after the rain shower. Pause the video and then choose one or two of our words that are on the list to create a personification sentence. Now that you've finished practicing, we'll practice a little more. You're going to practice finding personification in poetry. Remember, personification is when non-human things behave like humans. Please click on the reading assignment that is on my eClass page. When you are finished, if you finish that task early, then you should complete the assignment that says early finishers. Okay, thank you. I'll see you on Friday. Bye.